All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing your daily horoscope for Tuesday, the 19th of January, 2021. We've got the sun at 29 degrees of Capricorn, moving into Aquarius by 4 p.m. today. We've got the moon moving through the middle to later degrees of Aries. Okay, so they're not squaring each other. The sun and the moon aren't squaring each other today, but they're both at cardinal signs, and they're both getting ready to move on to the next, to the fixed energy, right? As the sun, leaving behind Pluto and Venus still in Capricorn, is going to join Saturn and Jupiter and Mercury in the sign of Aquarius. The 29th degree of Capricorn is about the highest form of social, the highest form of social activity in the sense of meeting of great minds. All right, this is where the groups get together. The highest form of social intellect or intelligence gets together to create a curriculum, a concept, an idea for the future. Okay, so this is the minds of a few making decisions for the many. Okay, that's what the 29th degree of Capricorn is all about, and it's very fascinating. That of course we chose this time, and then of course the 20th, inauguration day, and of course on the 20th we're gonna have Mars-Uranus conjunction, and the moon is gonna square to the sun. It's some interesting energy coming up here on the 20th. So it's like today here on the 19th, we're in preparation for this. It's remembering who we are, and are we allowing the minds of a few to make up the decisions that are going to govern the many? Right? We are all individual sovereign beings. We all have a mind of our own. We all have feelings of our own. We all have a sense of journey, a sense of self, and moving in some direction. Right? And sometimes that light may dim as we're trying to figure out our next move. Right? But nonetheless, it's like, we breathe our own breath, and we have this veracity to us, a ferociousness in a sense of enjoying and appreciating life. And when we have an outside source trying to take away rights or freedoms or privileges of just simply being a human being, that's when that energy kind of gets sparked. All right, and we have, interestingly, Mercury creating a sextile over there to the moon today. Okay, Mercury in Aquarius, the moon in Aries. Okay, so that sextile that's gonna happen is the communication from the group and self actively getting into the group, having these conversations. It's like your voice matters, your vote matters, what you're spending your dollar bills on matter, whichever kind of currency you're spending. Your voice and your opinion matters, and what we're choosing to put our money toward, what we're choosing to put our energy toward, is a creation for this higher government, right? And then the sun's going to move out of that 29th degree of Capricorn, okay, into the sign of Aquarius. And at 0 degrees of Aquarius, this is saying, hey, what can we do to create something bigger than myself? To create something bigger than just what's going to be here now, right? We've talked about the 0 degree of Aquarius when Saturn and Jupiter met there. All right, this is creating something that lasts beyond my lifespan. Okay, and as you and myself and everyone on this planet right now, we are creating this age of Aquarius. Okay, this age of Aquarius is a real thing. Again, it's like a blip, like a sine wave. Like a single hertz is 1 wave per second. We hear between 20 hertz, 20 waves a second, and 20,000 hertz, roughly. Honestly, you feel like 60 and 80. Your fridge is like a 60 hertz hum. All right, bass is that low deep hum, and then the really high pitch, like a beep, a 1K squelch is like somebody bleeping out a swear word. That's 1 1,000, hertz, 1 kilohertz. Anyway, so the precession of the equinox is 1 wave. Okay, this is like 1 second. Okay, and so we have this line, 1 wave, and 1 blip here is 2,150 years approximately. On the end of that Mayan calendar back in 2012, this was the end of the age of Pisces and the beginning of the age of Aquarius. So we're all bringing in this new age together. We're all bringing in this new energy, and it's like we can feel that things are falling apart around us, and it's for the better. And I was speaking with a friend earlier today that has some serious health issues come up, very serious health issues. And looking back at this pandemic, he's like, it saved my life. He's like, if I would have kept going on the lifestyle that I was living at the time, I probably would have died, or at least shaved several years off of my life. And it's just like we all have this turning point, and coming back, the moon here, appreciation of self, and the sun saying, let's create a future for ourselves that we can look forward to living, waking up every day being excited about life. And we can look at what's happening as like this is like a hard reset in a sense, This is like a big long psychedelic trip, a hard reset that's bringing us back to cooking and eating a healthier lifestyle, or even what we're consuming, or sure, we can't go out to the bars anymore and live that lifestyle during this time. So it's like it's not available. It's not even an option for us. It's like if all of a sudden there was no more sugars, no more sweets at the store when you went shopping, it's not available. You'd have no choice but to change your diet. So then when the shelves are restocked with sugars and sweets, now you can look at this with a different choice. Oh, now I've lived through this. Now I've been through this part of it. Do I want to go back to that kind of lifestyle? And that's part of the beauty of Neptune squaring the nodes too. It's like, what do we really desire in this life? Because in a certain sense, my joy, I can be as joyous as I want to be, or happy as I want to be, or sad as I want to be, or I can reflect in the past as much as I want, or I can live in anxiety of anticipating the future as much as I want, or I can try to be as joyous as possible in this moment. And what decisions can I make that are going to sustain that healthy lifestyle to be, to sustain that moment, and then creating further, these high vibe-minded individuals. High vibe-minded individuals can come together to create something bigger than self, to create something that a group needs, that the community needs. And this is what, this Aquarius energy is all about now. We're going to have the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. Okay, these are some heavy hitters making very real decisions up in the sign of Aquarius. This is about our future. Let's break through. Let's break free from our past. Let's break free from what was. And let's live this new abundant life of what is and what could be. And it's up to us what that could be. So I'm excited about this energy. I don't know. When I see people get, like, oh, Mars conjunct Uranus, what's going to happen? It's like, this is exciting energy. This is really exciting energy. And this is a necessary step in the evolution of humanity. And I'm excited to be a part of it with all of you. Wherever you are, my friends, whoever you are. Have a beautiful day. I love you. I wish you enough, and we'll see you tomorrow.